Hey, what's up, family? Yeah, we got a nice show set up. I got two brothers up here today, Neil Bunk and brother Travis Lane. They're gonna be discussing the upcoming, since we just had Joe Biden and administration to get in, we're gonna let these brothers discuss what's going on. And they got two different points of view, right? So y'all give me a couple minutes. I'm gonna play this and I'm gonna share this out to the family, y'all. It's gonna be an interesting conversation. All right, family. All right, family. Listen, man, I thank y'all for tuning in to this special episode of NCRBGZ Productions, where we gonna be talking about the will the incoming presidential team, with the incoming presidential team, will things look better for Black people in the next 4 years compared to the last 4 years, right? That is the subtopic. And we got two brothers, Nail Bump and brothers Travis Lane. I want to give y'all 2 minutes to introduce yourselves to the family. Make sure that you show your picture, take your screen save off when you talk, introduce yourself to the family, and let them know where do you stand on this side of the aisle.
Yeah, my name is
Go
Travis
ahead,
Lane.
guys.
Um, I was more of a Obama supporter, but with Joe Biden, you know what I'm saying, I'm kind of like neutral. I neither really fully support Trump or Joe Biden, but I do feel like Joe Biden, I think, would do better than Trump, in my opinion.
You still got about a minute, brother, or
That's what's
that's
up.
it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Neil. Go and give your
Yeah.
introduction.
Peace, family. This is Neb Unk. Here to answer the questions, conversate. This ain't no verses and this ain't no battling. Me and Travis good friends, you know what I'm saying? Like my little brother, you know what I mean? So we're gonna talk about this Biden, Obama, Kamala, Trump, or whoever else. The Democrats, the black, what we're gonna do, what we're gonna see in 4 more years. Is it gonna be better than the last four? We're gonna discuss everything, a little bit everything about that. That's what I'm gonna say.
All right, so I'm gonna jump it off and ask the first question. Um, so um, you know, it seems like Black folks has been married to the Democratic Party since I've been born. Since the '60s, Black people have been constantly voting Democratic. We have been giving them our vote. Do y'all think that we should continue voting Democratic, or should we start voting according to whichever party is going to do our bidding? Meaning that once we put an agenda together, should it matter which party it is that is willing to give us what we want, or should we continue to vote for one party in particular? What's y'all thoughts on that?
Well, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm quick with this, man.
You know what?
Go ahead, Travis.
Oh no, you can go ahead, man. I didn't want to interrupt you, bro.
Um, I think we should go with any party that's talking about the serious with our agenda. I don't care if it's libertarian, independent, Republican, Democrat, whatever party. We need to do our investigation on who these people are, not just vote conform because they're black, or because they half black, or because they talk black, because they wear Converses or Timberlands, or whatever. We need to find out and do investigation on these people. We need to hold their feet to the fire. And we need, if the Republican Party, it don't matter who it is, man, because Democrat parties haven't worked for us in the last 80 years. For real. So that's how I feel on that. Go ahead, Travis.
To be honest, man, I feel like we need to start our own party. But the Democrats and the Republicans, to be honest, I don't think neither party can fully cater to us because it seems like the political people they have in office, whether it's Democrat or Republicans, never fully focus on the black community. And with Trump administration, I know I couldn't rock with Donald Trump because his core fans was KKK and white supremacists. It's almost like Cam, it's almost like you used to be a street dude. This like what if I was a snitch, right? Well, what if I associated with snitches? You wouldn't want to hang with you because you'd be like, yo, Travis, your core friends are snitches. So how can you relate to a street dude? And the same thing with Trump, and to a degree with the Democrats. If Trump core base fans are white supremacists that hate black people, and some of the Republican, well, not all, some of them are like that because they come from like that old white people money. You know what I'm saying? If your core fans are racist people, your heart of our hearts aren't going to support black people. And I was more of a Obama supporter. Obama was the first president to visit a prison. He was the first president to talk about prison reform. Granted, he didn't get some of the stuff done that he wanted to, but on Obama heart of all hearts, I think he really truly wanted to help the black community out. He just couldn't push it past because he was going against the white people. He was going against the racist system.
Hey,
Right,
before you
right.
answer that, sorry, but I want to shout out Gasson, Cheryl Henry, Howard Haney, Julie Smith, Justice Graham, everybody that's watching and commenting. I'm reading y'all comments, and if I get the opportunity to ask your question or read it in the show, I would. Sorry, Nat, you can go ahead.
Yeah, peace, family. Thank y'all for watching and everything. Y'all could be watching that versus between Ashanti and Keisha Cole and whoever else. But yeah, you're right, Travis. But well, you gotta look at the root of the things, man. And everybody from the Klan is a Republican. You got racism on Democratic too. There's different racism, like Planned Parenthood. They come from eugenics and stuff like that. You know what I mean? They have different agendas that's putting black people in the back. If you go look at eugenics and Planned Parenthood, Margaret Sanger and them, they was Democrats. If I'm not mistaken, Google it, Stuart. The first Democrat was Andrew Jackson. Am I right or wrong? Google it, Stuart.
No, that's right. When we switched parties,
So,
originally we
so
was.
that's what he said. It's on switch. But anyway, we can go to the 50s and 60s and we see segregationists back there in the Democratic Party and the Republican Party, St. James. They're all the same birds. It's all I'm saying. Yeah, good. Everybody the Trump supporters is not bad, and all Obama supporters ain't good. So we just gotta look at things for what it is and stop letting the media control the narrative. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. Next question or whatever.
Y'all both good with that? Y'all answers and responses?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So somebody put Justice Graham put, I think this administration is going to do exactly what all the others did. Piss on us and say that it's raining. They are who they are. And if we expect any one of them to ride for us or do anything different than what they have done throughout their careers, then we are sadly mistaken and doomed. We need to start our own party. So they agree with you about the own party thing. All right. So I'm gonna ask another question then. So since you mentioned y'all both mentioned that you have racists in both parties, right? And you can look at the history, and Donald Trump was overtly racist with his agenda when he ran for office. You know, he didn't hide it. So my question that I always ask this question, and I want to get a response from both of y'all. Who would you rather deal with? Would you rather deal with someone who is straightforward with you, who tell you how they feel about you to your face? Or would you rather deal with somebody that smile in your face and stab you in your back? The reason why I ask that question is because when I look at both parties, I feel like one party is straightforward with you. They tell you how they feel. And I feel like the other party smiles in your face. And as soon as you turn your back, they stabbing you. And so I asked that question, you know, who would you rather, and a logical answer is, you know, you don't want to deal with nobody that smile you in your face and stab you in your back. That's how most people is. But when you look at these parties, it seems like one of them stabbing us in our back. So how do y'all respond?
I'm like this right here. I'd rather deal with the enemy up close front, man, center, than somebody smiling in your face and patting your head and cutting your head off, you know what I mean, stabbing you in the back. And yeah, we like I said, we need our own party, man. Strictly black for us. We need a party for us, man. I mean, it is what it is. They got the LGBT got their thing going on. Everybody got their thing going on. But I'd rather deal with somebody, man, that's straight up. Not no lying, you know, playing with my mind, playing with my emotions. This is what's been going on the last 80 years with this Democratic Party.
Well, the answer would be neither party, man. But I guess I'd rather deal with somebody that's going to be straightforward and like not going to shoot me no lie. That's going to be like, you know, live and direct. That's going to be like, hey, I'm not going to do this. And Trump, one thing I can say about him that was maybe a positive, he didn't hide who he was. I mean, he, you know, had his supporters. He said he wasn't going to do this and that. And he was very adamant about it. So, I mean, he didn't lie, you know?
Okay, so I have another question. You know, do y'all think though, his rhetoric and the ramping up of that base that he had, because we know who his base supporters were. And do you think that rhetoric that he was spewing the last 4 years and reveling up that base, do y'all think that was a good thing, or, you know, was that a bad thing?
I think it was a great thing.
Well, I
It
say this though. I mean, I would say this though. You can't put the blame all on Trump because it's always have been racism. But what Trump did was, I think Trump, you know, is all about money and all about propaganda. What he did was, the foundation was there, and he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna use this to my advantage." You know what I'm saying? Because there was a lot of white people that was racist before Trump, but they was like behind closed doors. So he was like, "I'm gonna use this to my advantage," and you know, he started, you know, with the hate speech and his little code language and stuff like that, and they started backing him and stuff like that, and there you go.
I think, like I said, I think it was a great thing, Stuart. Why not speak your mind? A real president come from the gut, right? And he damn sure came from the gut. And we all have freedom of speech. I don't agree with him getting banned on Twitter. Him, Alex Jones, or Minister Farrakhan. We have the freedom of speech. Man, you know what I'm saying? It's not right to be banning this guy out here. And he exposed the CIA and the FBI. The CIA and FBI ain't never been our friends. I ain't never seen so many black folks go for the cops in my life. You know what I mean?
Wait,
so Trump
wait,
stirred us. He
you
shook the
said
tree,
Trump should have
man.
been banned. Wait, you said Trump shouldn't have been banned from Twitter?
No, he shouldn't.
Hey, Cameron. Hey, nah, but you can't promote hate and violence though. I mean, you remember what he did? He had those cops spray tear gas on those Black Lives supporters. Granted, I know, Cam, I know you don't fuck with the Black Lives movement, Black Lives Matter movement, but he had tear gas and cops maced him and sprayed him and stuff like that. And you know what I'm saying? And plus he had his Plus, he was inciting. You can't incite violence. You know what I'm saying? That's an amendment, right? Yeah, hate speech. What's the word is? It's freedom of speech, but your freedom of speech is somewhat limited. I mean, I can't just come up here and say, hey, Cam, and set, hey, man, I can't speak hatred against gay people. And let's say I did that, and a day or two later, somebody got shot, and they'd be like, "Well, Travis, man, you know what I'm saying? You said that, you know what I'm saying? You put the thing in motion, you know."
Well, we gotta understand that the Black Lives Matter got hijacked by the LGBT, and Antifa came out there and started inciting a whole lot, throwing bricks, going to the stores, and of course, who gets the? They said shit runs downhill, right? So we always gonna feel the pain at the end of the day. But Antifa went to them cities, man, up there in Wisconsin, and all around, man, started throwing bricks. You know what I mean? It was all set up, man. But still, you have the freedom of speech, man. You might not
Well,
agree, but you don't like it, keep scrolling. You don't like it, scroll. You know what I mean? You ain't like it, you ain't gotta, rap music don't make nobody do nothing. Heavy metal don't make nobody do nothing. That's on the person. That's how I feel
okay.
about that.
Well, y'all know I'm keeping my opinion out this show. So, I'm gonna go on to the next question. I have to say this though. I think Trump rhetoric was dangerous. I don't think that it was a good thing because he emboldened the people, the police. They're already killing us anyway. So when you say that, I don't think that he exposing nobody that ain't already been exposed because we know who they are anyway. The thing of it is, I feel like he emboldened the police officers to take extreme actions against us and
See,
don't be
that's the thing,
punished.
Stuart. That's the thing, Stuart. We know who the enemy is. But a lot of people are still slow out here, man.
I get
And
that,
maybe it wasn't good what he said, but hell,
but
it made
he emboldened them police officers to pepper spray us and beat us, and he emboldened. Not only did he embolden them, he emboldened some of them shooters to shoot protesters, and
right.
they basically feel like they're getting away with it, right? And so me personally, I don't think that was a good thing, because the racists always been exposed to me because I can see a mile away, right?
Right.
But for to layman folks, it may seem a little bit different, right? So, but I just don't think so. But I do agree with both. I don't think that you should be able to stop nobody free speech because once you start there, what else are you going to stop? They're already trampling upon the rights anyway because protesting is free speech. You have the right to assemble, but they're deeming it as an unlawful assembly. And what they're doing, they beating your ass and making you disperse, right? So when you start taking people rights away, I don't agree with that at all. I don't think they should have banned Louis Farrakhan. I've been banned, I've been suspended, right? But certain things they nitpick on what they suspend you on, and that's why I think if you ain't gonna do it right, you don't do it at all. That's just my opinion. So
But I'm
go
gonna
ahead,
keep it a
bro.
buck though. I'm gonna keep it a buck though. Trump, it took them longer to ban Trump. They banned you and Farrakhan because y'all was black. What Farrakhan wasn't saying any hateful rhetoric. What Farrakhan did is he used like a parable. Farrakhan speaking parables. So if you didn't get what he was saying, I guess what I'm trying to say is they took what Farrakhan said out of context because he was speaking in parables. Trump directly says, "Hey, if you see somebody at my rally, a black person or anybody that says something, beat them up." And Donald Trump said it. You can't. I mean, Trump is directly saying, "Hey, do X, Y, and Z." It's a direct order. I said so. And if they say anything, you can get away with it because Trump said so. And I mean, you can't do that, bro. You can't. You can't. It's just a difference between you and me saying something because we're black. You already know. I mean, Trump has. They gave Trump enough rope for him to hang himself, man. He said a lot of hateful stuff.
Yeah, I don't think it was really nice. I'm not here on Trump nuts. You know what I mean? Like people think I am. But I'm just saying, you just want baby ban nobody's speech. And Farrakhan said speaking truth. Ain't no hating that at all. Everything he's saying is truth. Ain't nothing hate, parable, no parable. He's speaking the truth. I take my head off of him. Alex Jones,
But
he's crazy. He's crazy as hell, but he speaks a lot of truth too on some things. He exposes his own people on the liberal side. You know what I mean?
Hey, but
Go ahead,
Cameron,
Travis.
though, a peep game though. What if I was a blood and I said that if you see Cameron wearing blue, I want you to shoot and kill him, and let's say you got shot, what would you think? Don't you think I need to be banned, or because I incited violence?
They need to do criminal punishment. Whoever did it to me, or whoever did this, whoever need to go to jail or die, get killed or something, right? Or get justice somewhere. You know what I mean? But I don't, it's still freedom of speech, man. I stand on that freedom of speech. Cause we take one from one, take it from everybody. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel about that. That's how I feel about that, man. This is a catch-22 with that freedom of speech, man.
Okay, so another hot subject with the changing of the president is the conversation of vaccinations, right? I want to know what before we get to I want to talk about the vaccination thing. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that the approach that Donald Trump did? Well, Trump is out of office, man. It's time to stop talking about Trump, to be real, because he's out of office now. So it's about how we're gonna move forward. But what do y'all think about this vaccination thing? Do you think that it's gonna be ramped up or it's gonna calm down? What are y'all thoughts on how this administration is gonna move forward with the handling of the COVID-19 crisis?
The immigrants coming in here, I think they're gonna use them as guinea pigs. Joe Biden's like, I shared it on Facebook, my page, right? Joe Biden's want the immigrants coming in, man, and he said whoever gets here, right? So everybody can be racing to the border. I think he's gonna use them. Of course I don't trust it, man. As far as I don't really trust it, man. This government when it comes to us, bro, I don't trust it, man. And so many white folks don't trust it either. You know what I mean? I'm just being real. That's how I feel about it.
Travis, you got anything you want to say on that?
I don't know, man. It's kind of tough to say, man, how he's gonna respond to COVID because I think to a degree Biden is set up for success with COVID because vaccines are already the ball is already moving to reduce COVID with the vaccines and stuff. And he's almost kind of set up to win because Trump was kind of like the guinea pig. His administration was because COVID was a new thing and nobody knew of it. And it was crazy is when COVID first came out, a lot of the scientists and doctors didn't even know how it spread it. So now Biden has insight. He has the doctors and scientists that actually, this time know definitely how to spread it and how to stop it and how to somewhat control it. But Trump, he kind of didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? He was a guinea pig. So I think Biden, to a degree, would do better because he's set up for success,
Okay. So what do y'all think about the economy? Do you think the economy going to get better, worse?
The Democrats, to me, is only for the poor. That sounds good, right? Only for the poor, the non-working people, man, not the blue collar. Democrats gonna do things for, they give you a house, they give you like a little somewhere to stay at, but it's a control situation. You can't do this, you can't do that. You get this little bit of money a month. That's the whole thing. Democrats want to control your life, man. To me, they represent socialism. We all grew up Democrat, man. Our parents, grandparents, beating our head, they love the Democrat. And we gotta open our heads up, man, and start thinking something different. You know what I mean? Thinking a different way. Because they using that stuff, man, to get over us and stuff. They think more about the immigrants than us. They always say go vote. Use these scare tactics, you know what I mean? If you don't want Trump, they told you, man, hey, you need to get Trump out of office. Just get Trump out of office. Then did what? What's next? What's in it for you? Nothing. So, the economy is always, the gas going up. A whole lot of things going up with the Democrats, man. Simple as that, you know what I mean?
Well, That's kind of a tough subject because history says the Democrats, like Cam say, that the Democrats want to give out more money and I guess what's the word help out like the lower middle class, and the Republicans are more like are more less giving out freebies and stuff. But I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. America has borrowed lots of money in the past. It's not even Trump administration. It's Bush, what Bush did when he when fought all these wars, what Bill Clinton did, and to a degree, Obama used money. He built out all these banks. I mean, he kind of had no choice because with the auto industry and the banks and stuff, he borrowed money to build out banks. And I'm gonna keep it a buck. I mean, y'all may not know this. Well, I may be wrong on this. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can correct me if I am. Y'all know that the United States dollar is no longer backed by gold. So you know what that means, right? So that means, yeah. So either way, we're gonna be fucked soon, regardless.
Now you're speaking my language. Go ahead, Cam.
But yeah, like I said, they owe us money, man. We built this country. Reparations is a must. I'm there. That sound like a oxymoron on it. Come from me, right? No, they owe us that money, man. That's owed to us. That's not a handout. This is my opinion. They owe us that money. Foundation of Black Americans, they owe us that money. That's the only handout that we need.
Yeah, you're right. Because for years, what people were saying before COVID, they said there's no way the government can just hand us out free checks, but they can. I mean, COVID proved it. I do think since Black Americans, they claim we only make up 15% of the population or 16% or however you want to cut it. I do feel like we built this country, 400 years hard labor, and slavery was crazy. Set up the white man because they got free labor from us, right? From slavery, they use they already had land because they owned the land. From a lot of slave owners, became wealthy because they already had the money. They built banks. They created wealth. As Black Americans, we couldn't create wealth. We had to create it ourselves because the white man was going to give it to us because they took it from us. And I do feel like a president should push some type of, I don't know, reparations or some type of maybe no taxes for Black Americans or some type of thing that's really going to help us out. You know what I'm saying? I do agree with Cam on that. You know what I'm saying?
So
yeah,
what do
we are the real so-called Indians. We was here. We can go to everything come from Africa, okay? But we was here. And then everybody come off that boat now. Everybody's listening. We was here thousands of years, not just 400 years ago. Thousands of years. Mound builders, the Olmecs. We was here. We built this shit. You know what I mean? Christopher Columbus and his people weren't invented yet. Their mutation never happened. But yeah, they owe us money. You know what I'm saying? This is our land. Go ahead, Stuart.
So I got a question for y'all. What do y'all think about wars? Because after Trump hit North Korea and the United States killed the Iranian general in Iraq, we haven't been hearing about wars. The war drum has not been being beat. My question is, do y'all think within the next 4 years, the drumbeat of war we would start back hearing the drumbeat of war?
I bet you $100 do it in 6 months, 7 months. It'd be back another Muslim. It can be another Muslim terror again. Another Muslim, extreme Islam. 6 months, bro.
And if we actually be real about this, we haven't really been hearing too much about terrorists, Islamic terrorists, and none of this stuff. Now, just pay attention. The news haven't been bombarding us with this, or either the drums of war. Now, I just want to know, what do you think, Travis? Do you think within a year or two, the drums of war going to be coming back, or do you think it's going to stay the way it's been?
I'm like with Cameron, man. It's been a little stuff for Russia, a little stuff for North Korea. There's always stuff popping off in the Middle East. And I just think even with China, you know what I'm saying? Eventually something's going to pop off. You know, I don't know if it's gonna be like a major World War III, but something's gonna pop off though, because it's already tension is already there. You know.
I got a
So,
question for you, Travis. I got a question, Travis. Hold up, Stuart. I got a
Yep.
question, Travis.
go ahead.
We ain't had no war outside. You know, this 4 year been a long time. For our first time ever. I don't know. We ain't had no war. Only terrorists that we see the ones inside this country, right? For 4 years. But we had no war. A lot of dumb people, a lot of our cousins and brothers going to get killed for nothing, right? In the name of America, right? That hasn't happened in 4 years. Trump said America first, right? Mind your business, right? He didn't did that, man. He kept that promise. Now, what did your boy Obama, the beloved Obama, why he killed Gaddafi, man? Why he step in and stop Hillary from doing that, man? He could have did that. He shook the man's hand. Gaddafi called him his son. Love Obama, you know what I mean? Why didn't Obama stop that, man? Muammar Gaddafi was a good guy over there, man,
Yeah,
Africa, man.
I remember.
Obama had a
Yeah, I
lot of
remember,
wars, man. He dropped bombs over Africa, man. He tried push
Yeah,
he tried to push homosexuality in Africa. I won't give if you don't take this agenda here, we won't fund you. Come on, man. This is real. Stuart, look it up. Why he do it, Why Obama, great Obama, do that for, man? Trump didn't do that. Obama did it.
yeah, he did. He did. I mean, I can't even deny that he did. You know.
He did it right there,
But I mean,
man. I never forgave him for that, man. I never will forgive him for doing that, man. You know?
but didn't Obama capture Osama bin Laden though?
That's what he say, man. You know, they gotta make the you know what I'm saying? Osama bin Laden was part of the CIA. He was working for the government too. Think, people. Think.
But didn't Obama send those troops home from the Middle East though?
Man, Obama was part of systems like Bush and all the rest of presidents, man. Trump was a wild card, man. Trump was a businessman. He wasn't supposed to be president, bro. We gotta get this in our heads. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get this in our heads,
True.
right?
Yeah,
And I'm
true.
not
But I mean, you gotta give Obama some credit though. I mean, he did what's the word? Send troops home. Was send most of them home. He didn't fully send them home. You know what I'm saying? But he sent most of them home.
I give Obama
Obama
man.
actually approved foreign policy though, huh?
I give
Obama
Obama
actually
credit,
approved
man.
foreign policy.
I give Obama credit, man. He found him a nice big legged woman. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Okay, hold on,
He
y'all.
killed Gaddafi. He bombed Africa, man. Hell with him, man.
Listen, y'all, I really don't want to dwell on the past presidents because,
right.
You know, even with Trump, in a sense, because Trump is in the past now. So, but as far as the war, if we go to war within the next 4 years, do y'all think this is why? Because I feel like basically, you know, mostly Republicans are strong, hard iron. They don't play mess. They go to war, right? But we ain't had no war. Now, if war drums start beating back up, why? And I say that for a reason because I know with war comes money. With destruction comes rebuilding. You know, and with war you have to pay for the ammunition. You have to pay to send the troops. It costs money to finance a war, and it costs money to rebuild. So money is made off wars. My question is, if we go to war in the next 4 years, what is that really saying? Is it saying that the powers that be are back in control? Or is it saying that it just stuff had to happen and we had to go? I just asked that question.
You know what it is? It's business as usual, man. Back to the program. That's all it is. Democrats and Republicans all about the wars, man. Down in Jimmy Carter, it's all the same thing, man. The same bird, left wing, right wing, same bird. Yo, white people got to wake up, and yo, black people got to wake up. Seriously, everybody being lied to, not just black people, man. The world being lied to. The Bilderbergs, the Rothschild, they control both these wings. People got to wake the hell up, man. Come on, all this technology out here. Y'all calling me Hotep and y'all calling me Trump supporter and y'all calling this all these kind of names. Do your own research. Stop listening to CNN all the time. Stop listening to Reverend Porkchop, you little sorry ass preacher. Do your own research, whatever. Sometimes, you know what I mean? Sometimes grandmama was wrong. She said vote Democrat. Come on, man. Sometimes you gotta think for yourself. You know what I mean? That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Hey, somebody put in the chat, Obama just hurt the blacks, period. That's
Facts.
what somebody put in the chat. Obama just
True
hurt
story.
the blacks, period.
True story.
Okay, so all right, so let's go back to another question. When you know, the presidential election was going on, the narrative was that black folks saved won this election. Basically, the narrative was that black folks won this election for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, right? So there was a lot of promises being made. Now, y'all remember when Ice Cube came out with his plan, and he got a lot of backlash because Ice Cube he met with the Republicans about his plan, but the Democrats told him, we'll get with you later. Let's win the election first. So he got a lot of backlash, right? Now that the Biden administration has won, it seems as if it's a pullback with some of the things that was promised prior. So what do y'all think about that? Because I'm just asking questions, man. I can pull the video. I know y'all all heard the recording of what Biden told them when they was meeting Al Sharpton and them. I know most people done heard it by now.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna say it real quick. I want you to play it as I talk. I'm very short-winded, man. Make a long story short story long, man. Sharpton them ain't no puppets, bro. They bootlegs. They on CNN. Sharpton got tax problems, man. They made a deal with him. He also wore wires, man, hanging around Farrakhan and people like us, right? Trying to get information like we some bad people, right? Like going back to Massa, you know what I mean? People like him and Jesse Jackson, man. You can't trust them people, man. Them bootlegs, the alphabet people, Greeks, you know, the typical ones, man. Typical people, man. You can't really trust them like that, man. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. That's all I'm gonna say, man. Play it, man.
Now I want Travis to respond. If he want to.
Yeah, I would say this, man. I was shocked that the Democrats didn't want to work with Ice Cube and the Republicans did. I mean, that was a shocker to me. You know what I'm saying? And I thought that the Biden administration would have been eager to work with Ice Cube, because some of the stuff that Ice Cube said was similar to what Cam is saying, that, he's just tired of presidents, not catering to the black community. And he, had a clear-cut plan on how to, it seemed like he had a clear, concise plan on how to help the black community. And the Democrats, you would think, since they for us, would have been eager to listen to him, at least give him a chance, but they didn't. And I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I was shocked about that. You know what I'm saying?
Do you
I agree with Travis. I agree with Travis. Do it. How is everybody gonna Ice Cube a sellout? How else you get something done? You gotta meet. He ain't go at Trump like Kanye West, kissing his ass and shit. He ain't go at Kanye West. He ain't do Kanye West. He went to the man like, what you gonna do?
He ain't
and
do
Joe Biden said, and then Joe Biden said he do Lil Wayne either. He did his. Then even Joe Biden, I told you the other election. You know what I'm saying? At least the man, they want to hear him out.
Hey, quick question. Do y'all feel like they're backtracking now? Because I want to play something. I'm gonna share my screen. Because I remember this vividly. Prior to the election, Miss Kamala Harris was asking stuff. I remember this vividly because I got a video about this. And she was asked a question, and I'm going to play this.
Do you support reparations for Black people?
Well, listen, again, we had over 200 years of slavery. We had Jim Crow for almost a century. We had legalized discrimination, segregation, and now we have segregation and discrimination that is not legal but still exists and is a barrier to progress. We have disparities around housing. We have disparities around education. We have disparities around income. And we have to recognize that everybody did not start out on an equal footing in this country. And in particular, Black people have not. And so we have got to recognize that and do something about that and give folks a lift up. That's why, for example, I'm proposing the LIFT Act. Give people who are making $100,000 or less as a family a tax credit, which will benefit and uplift 60% of Black families who are in poverty.
So by default, it affects Black families, but there's not a particular policy for African Americans that you would explore.
But no, if you look at the reality of who will benefit from certain policies, when you take into account that they're not starting at the same place and they're not starting on equal footing, it will directly benefit Black children, Black families, Black homeowners, because the disparities are so significant. So if we focus on the specific issues that have resulted in the greatest disparities, and we understand that that's part of why we're doing it. Listen, the reality also is this: any policy that will benefit Black people will benefit all of society. Let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit Black people.
So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit Black people. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit Black people.
All right, y'all. So I shared that for a specific reason. On Joe Biden day one, what did he say that they was going to work on? He singled out a group of people that he was gonna prioritize as far as who they're gonna work for. And that's why I played that, because they not gonna do that just for Black people. So Cam, I'm gonna let you, or Travis, y'all gonna jump in, because day one, who did Joe Biden say that he gonna work out, who he gonna work for, and what he gonna do?
Like I said, it was reparations. But we gotta do something for ourselves, man. I was talking to Master you earlier before we got on the show. We gotta do something earlier. I mean, we gotta do something for ourselves, man. These people don't care about us, man. Whether Democrat, half breed, whatever, Republican, right wing, middle wing, whatever, middle finger. They don't care about us, man. We gotta do for ourselves. Like Travis said, we gotta get our own party, man. They played us, man. They keep playing us. They get you to put they put a little Vaseline on it, and they pull out and bust in your back and they run out. You know what I'm saying? They only give you $40. You know what I mean? So that's it. We gotta do something for ourselves, man, because they're a bunch of liars, man. When are we gonna break the spell of the Democratic Party? And that's all I'm gonna say.
Hey, Travis, you want to jump in?
Hey, where your boy go? Cam, where Stewart go?
He's still there. He probably had to go take a chip.
I'm here, bro. Oh, you want to jump in?
Yeah. What I was saying is, I'm shocked because I'm gonna keep it a buck. Blacks, the minorities actually helped the Democrats win the election. They actually turned the election because of the promises Joe Biden made. And I know it's still early. I'm just hoping Biden can somewhat deliver on some of his promises he made to the Black community, because I really thought he was sincere in that. You know what I'm saying? And that's why a lot of the Black people voted for Trump. And two, I gotta keep it on. I gotta be honest too. Trump held back on their stimulus check, and that pissed a lot of people off, and that's part of the reason why he didn't get reelected. I think that's my opinion.
You said Trump held back the second stimulus check?
Originally he did, yeah. Because if my memory serves me correctly, he was late to sign it. And once he signed it, that's when the Democrats are just like, Nancy Pelosi was just like, nah, we're not going to agree to these terms. But if he would have originally signed it the first time, it would have went out. You know what I'm saying?
This is what I remember. Let's do it. Hold up. This is what I remember. Nancy fault and it was Mitch McConnell's fault. They were fighting and bickering over little dumb stuff for months and months and months. That's what it was really them two. Mitch McConnell didn't really like Trump. As you see, Mitch McConnell turned his back on Trump. He was just, going with the flow. And we know how Nancy is. Both of them, they are both of the reasons. Democrats and Republicans. I'm telling white and black to wake the fuck up and stop being dumb to what you were raised on and see things for what it really is. Both of them were the reason why, you know what I mean? Because they couldn't get what they really want, and they threw temper tantrums like little children. Go ahead, Stuart.
No, y'all, this y'all show, man. But I'm gonna throw this out there though. What y'all don't know, the establishment didn't want Trump to win a second election. And when I'm talking about the establishment, I'm talking about the people in charge. Understand me and understand me well. It ain't about Democrats and Republicans. The people who run the world did not want Trump to win a second election. Trump
That's true.
would have sent the stimulus checks out because he knew he would have won again. If them stimulus checks would have went out prior to that election, Trump would have won this, and that was his ace in the hole. Trump was saving the stimulus, the second stimulus, for his ace in a hole. And I done a video where I talked about the repo bank, and I actually done it live on this show. I think people need to go back and look at that because I was foreshadowing what was happening. The establishment didn't want Trump to win a second election because he couldn't be controlled. That's the honest truth. All right, but
he won't playing ball, man. He won't playing. Trump won't playing ball.
No,
he was doing. He was a businessman. He was all about, whatever. He won't playing ball. The regular old politics we've been going on for the last, hundreds of years in this country.
Well, Travis, I'll talk to you about this later when we're not live because I don't want to seem like on one side or the other. But my next question is so y'all didn't say what Joe Biden said on day one. What did they say their number one priority is? He said it in day one.
Yeah.
He said immigration. No, he said immigration.
Yeah. Day one, immigration, man. But when we were campaigning, who we talking about? Black people, right? Black people. We're gonna do this for black people. Do this. We're gonna cut student loans for everybody, right? For everybody, black and white. What happened to all that? What happened to it, Travis? And y'all Biden supporters who listening, who happened to it? We might have had Trump in office. It could be the same. I mean, what's the damn difference, man? You got a job, don't you? Is Joe Biden gonna put breath in your body? You say you believe in Jesus. You're gonna be all right. You're a soldier and Christian soldier. Y'all scared of Trump that damn bad? That's all I'm saying to the people. You know what I mean? Y'all, man, come on. Y'all got faith, but damn, y'all scared. To me, you know what I'm saying? I got more Christ than most of y'all got. For real. Everybody scared of Trump. Get your damn gun. For white supremacists. Y'all want white supremacists. Klan. Get your gun. And protect themselves. Learn how to shoot, first of all. Learn how to shoot. Don't be shooting all sideways and shit like you see on TV. Go ahead. I'm rambling there.
No, listen, man. I thank y'all two brothers for coming up here today. There's been some people listening. We appreciate everybody that listened and commented. I think it was a nice discussion, man. It wasn't no yelling or fussing. Just a nice discussion.
Yeah.
Just to talk about certain things. Because you got flaws and everything. So I want to give y'all the opportunity, man, to close out, tell people where they can find y'all, and I'll give an ending statement.
Peace. I'm Neb Unk. You can find me on Facebook, Neb Unk Almond Ray. I'm thank y'all for listening. I'm tired. I ain't on my A game, kind of stuttering or whatever, but it's all good. I want y'all to stay safe. Get armed legally. Take care of your family. Don't be scared. Keep your faith in God, whatever God you believe in. I know I'm kind of hard on certain people, but I don't care what you believe in. And take care of your family. And tell people I'm sorry. Tell people I love you. Don't hold them grudges. You know what I mean? Tell people I love you. We all dying, man. And COVID's real. You know what I mean? COVID ain't a game, and cancer ain't a game. So, you know, who have I done wrong? I love you. I'm sorry. I'm just being real. You know what I mean? I'm sorry for talking about Joe Biden and hurt your feelings. Talking about Kamala. Or what have I done to you? You know what I mean? Let's move on, y'all. Peace.
Yep. My name is Travis. You can hit me up at traviswlane@yahoo.com. I used to be on Facebook. I'm about to reactivate my page, but I want to say stay woke and do your own research. I mean, it's great that we all have different political views, but develop your own opinion and do your own research. And that's really all I have to say. Peace.
Hey, I appreciate y'all two brothers for coming up here today. I see you, Neb. I appreciate y'all for coming up here today. Go ahead, Neb.
Hey, for anybody who's still interested, just play a little bit of that on or maybe next show, man. Play how he was talking down on Batman talking down to Sharpton and
Yeah,
the
I was
Black
gonna do.
Caucus, man.
Yeah,
I swear, man, you should have played that, man. But still,
but
some people still ain't gonna listen. Some people still ain't gonna listen, man. They're gonna do what they want to do, act like a little prostitute. You know what I'm saying? To the Democratic Party.
well, you know, that's what a pimp does. You know, a pimp keep their hoes in place, and
Damn right.
that's what Biden was doing to the Black Caucus folks, family. But what I wanted to say is, man, you know, I was watching that Zoe Williams and Corey Holcomb fallout, right? And I'm gonna tie all that into this, man. And something that I watched and Zoe Williams said is that when you on the same team, you don't pick sides. Because at the end of the day, if you're for the liberation of our people, we on the same team.
Mm-hmm.
So when we on the same team publicly, we can't pick sides against each other publicly.
Right.
When we out in public, we gotta have a united front because we on the same team.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you know, when you have teammates and you playing sports, in the locker room, sometimes you have problems. But you don't let what happens in the locker room affect you when you get on the court. Once you hit that field, you are a team, you are a unit. We are all working together now. But when we get in our locker room, we can hash out our differences. This is what I see with us, man. When it comes to us and us being united together as a front, we've dropped the ball. But we need to start hashing out our differences behind closed doors. But when we standing together, we one united front. And I'm gonna end it with Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson told us a long time ago, who he said he's talking about what? The man in the mirror. So when you want to know who's gonna help Black folks, don't look for the Democratic Party. Don't look for the Republican Party. Don't look for the Libertarian Party. Don't look for no party. The people that's going to help us is ourselves, because we talking about the man in the mirror. We look at yourself. We are the answer. We are the antidote. We are to fix our problems. And with that being said, peace, family. I thank y'all for watching. Catch y'all on another show on NCRBGC. Why do?